Hello there and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name's Craigo and I am a fully qualified chartered accountant working at one of the world's largest food and beverage companies. My channel is geared around investing and personal finance. By day, I am a fully qualified accountant, and as such, I am now going to be launching with this video an accountancy series onto my channel. I started studying to become an accountant a little over 4 years ago, and I found the experience incredibly frustrating. There was a lack of visibility, transparency of what it was really like to study towards an accountancy qualification and what it was really like to be an accountant. I know there are a group of people out there who will be interested in knowing what it is like to be an accountant, what it is like to study for your exams. So if that is you, then you are in the right place. Please do make sure you stick around and subscribe to my channel. Today I'm going to be touching on my experience as an accountant. The first 3 years being a trainee studying towards my CIMA qualification, and then for the past 14 months as a fully qualified chartered accountant. But let's just roll the intro and then get stuck in with the main bulk of today's video. So hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for sticking past the intro. So first of all, I'm just going to run through my background and my experience. I'm going to follow it up with a quick overview of the CIMA syllabus, the practical experience requirements, and the continued personal development requirements. Following that, we will take a look into job prospects as a result of studying for your accountancy qualification. And then after that, I will give a short overview on my recommendation of becoming a qualified accountant. I studied a 4-year degree at Bournemouth University in business and finance. As part of the third year, I did an industrial placement at Hewlett-Packard IT company in the global procurement function. Coming out of university, I went back to Hewlett-Packard into global procurement, where I was able to obtain an out-of-placement rotation in their global real estate finance team. Following that 9 months in that team, I realised that finance was the career that I wanted to go for. I left Hewlett-Packard and joined the company that I work for now, which I don't wish to name because of obviously the conflicts of interest that that could create, but it is one of the world's largest food and beverage company. This is where I'd started to study towards my CIMA qualification. In 2 years and 6 months, I passed all 14 exams. I had 2 exemptions up front from my university degree, and I passed them all first time. I then had to work for a further 3 months to get my 3 years of work experience. And once I'd done this, I went to London and sat my interview to become a fully qualified chartered accountant. That was it, I'd done it, and in February of 2020 I became a fully qualified chartered accountant. The CIMA qualification was one of the most challenging yet rewarding experiences I have had, and I would recommend it to anyone. So what I'm going to do now is just take a slight overview on the CIMA syllabus itself. The CIMA syllabus is split into 4 levels: the certificate, operational, management, and strategic. For those of you that do go to university and study in the financial or accountancy field, you are likely to get exemptions at this certificate level. As I said, I had 2 exemptions at the certificate level, meaning that I had to sit the remaining 2 exams and then the 3 levels above it: operational, management, and strategic. But the ones I want to focus on are the operational, management, and strategic levels. And these split predominantly into 3 pillars. You have the E pillar, the F pillar, and the P pillar. On each level, you will have 3 objective tests and 1 case study exam. You will need to pass 3 objective tests before you are allowed to sit the case study at the end of each level. Typically, the E pillar is the theoretical pillar. This is where we look at things such as governance, ethics, organisational behaviour. The F pillar will look into the technical side of accounting. It will look specifically at the accountancy standards and how to prepare the financial statements for your business. Last but not least, the P pillar will look at how to manage a business from a financial perspective, how to make decisions on a day-to-day basis, and what risks you could incur and need to be able to manage in order to successfully control your business. The F and P pillar will consist of theory as well as technical calculation-based questions, whereas the E pillar will consist of only theoretical questions. The objective tests are multiple choice tests. However, don't let this let you get too complacent. Often the answers for the multiple choice question often all appear right, and unless you know the exact method to calculate the answer, then there's a high chance you will still get it wrong. So if you didn't think the CIMA qualification was hard enough, you've passed all 16 exams, you feel like you're fully qualified, and then you have the practical experience requirements to work through as well. In the accountancy industry, it isn't just enough to pass a series of exams, because we all know these people that are fantastic at exams, but in the real world are weak. In order to pass and become a fully qualified chartered accountant, you will need to demonstrate a set standard of work experience for a 3-year period. I won't touch on this in too much detail today, but that is a scope for a further video. However, it is important that you are able to get the significant work experience across a number of different areas within the accountancy and finance function. This work experience can be across a number of areas such as control, financial reporting, planning and analysis, IT systems. As I said, I will touch on this further in another video, but just to make you aware that while also studying towards your accountancy exams, you will also need to demonstrate that you've had a certain standard of work experience. Fast forward 3 years, you've passed 16 exams, you've done your practical experience requirements, you've signed that off, you're fully chartered. All done. Wrong. Continued professional development. As a chartered accountant, you sign yourself up to committing to developing yourself personally and professionally over your career. Throughout your career, you are required to make a log online on your CIMA portal with the development areas that you are working towards. This can be technical training on different areas. It can be informal learnings. It can be reading a journal article. The CIMA requirement is that you continue to develop yourself and become a more capable individual as an accountant. Although there is no set guidelines about how much you should be doing, it is a requirement that you do log whatever it is you are doing. And if you are sat there thinking that, well, I'll just get away with that, you won't. They do regular and routine checks on CIMA members to ensure that you are still committing to your personal development. And in actual fact, this is one of the reasons why I have started my YouTube channel, because I wanted to develop my learning within investing and personal finance, but I also wanted to develop my understanding of general business, economics, and also improve my communication style. So they are the 3 main elements of the qualification covered: the syllabus itself, the practical experience requirements, and the professional development requirements. So I think it's important that we do touch on the job prospects in this video. However, I will keep it light, and all I would say is for job prospects, it is second to none. There are industries and there are qualifications in the world that you will do where it probably won't make a difference to your prospects and your future. However, the accountancy field is reliant on that qualification. It demonstrates a level of ability that you were able to stick it out. It shows more than intelligence. It shows grit, determination, the ability to work through it, not give up. It just shows a level of work ethic that people place confidence in. I've seen it firsthand at the company that I work for, how having a professional qualification can really impact the success of your career. So if you are deciding on whether or not to study towards an accounting qualification, then let me tell you this now, you won't regret it. Go ahead with it. It's a painful 3 years. However, you will look back on what a fantastic achievement it is that you were able to achieve by sticking it out and wrapping the qualification and putting it to bed. And I look back on it now and I think, how on earth did I study for that qualification? But I am so glad that I did. My recommendation is to just go for it. I've been in the finance industry for 4 years now. I'm in my third role. I'm seeing quick progression. I'm seeing quick development. And I really feel like I have a future at the company I'm working for because I've shown that eagerness to learn and become a qualified accountant. I've been able to obtain opportunities on project and standard day-to-day responsibilities, which will stand me in good stead going forward. And I have a good whole round understanding of the finance function. And I am very excited for where my career can go. And that is why I recommend to all of you out there that if you are thinking about studying your qualification or midway through the qualification right now and finding it really tough, keep going, because trust me, it will be worth it in the end.